Hello there and welcome to Smell the Coffee on Thursday the 4th of May with Glenora Shapura and Ashwin Mberi. Of course, today is the 45-year anniversary of the Kasinga massacre, which happened in 1978 when the South African Defence Forces attacked a SWAPO homes, not a SWAPO base,
Yes.
rather, killing over 600 people. And our hearts are with the Namibian people. The president did offer a Kasinga message where he spoke about people desisting from racism, tribalism, and all sorts of divisive and hateful speech. So to Namibians all over Namibia, we commemorate Kasinga Day with you. How's it going, Glenora?
It's going quite well. Thank you for bringing us in with that. It's so true that we need to honor our heroes.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think we do that enough as a youth and as a nation. And it's good that we look back and see, hey, the fact that I live in a free Namibia.
Yes, because a lot of the youth are posting about Star Wars, because it's also Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you to the Star Wars fans over there. But I hear what you're saying. You know, it's always good to be aware of where we're coming from so we know where we're going. And Kasinga Day is no different. It's a good day to listen to Rashyama. I'll tell you right now, it's a good day to listen to Rashyama. Well, we have quite a few stories to get into today. Starting with Russia, it's getting a little sticky between Russia and Ukraine. We have those stories and more coming to you right after the break.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
All right, now getting into our stories on Smell the Coffee, Russia's ex-president Dmitry Medvedev yesterday called for the physical elimination of Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky after Moscow accused Kyiv of a drone attack on the Kremlin. After today's terrorist attack, there are no options left aside the physical elimination of Zelensky and his cabal, said Medvedev, who has been increasingly hawkish since Moscow's Ukraine offensive. Now, Volodin, the Speaker of the Russian Duma and Putin ally, also weighed in, calling for a tough reaction against Ukraine. We will demand the use of weapons capable of stopping and destroying the Kyiv terrorist regime. Russia earlier on Wednesday accused Ukraine of a failed attempt to assassinate President Vladimir Putin in a drone attack on the Kremlin citadel. Very, very, very interesting.
I don't know. I think they are trying to find reasons.
It's sketchy because, you know, drone attack.
Who sends, I'm going to assassinate you and I'm just going to send a drone? Like,
yes.
That's such a...
Yeah, and I think Zelensky said that their war is not in Russia. Their war is to defend Ukraine, which makes sense because, you know, they are the ones essentially being attacked. I think it would be unwise for him to try and assassinate Vladimir Putin. Even he knows that. But also because if you take Putin away, you don't take Russia away. You don't take Russia's interests and intentions away. Exactly. You know, so he was in Finland when all of this happened, and he has decided to extend his stay. Naturally, I mean, Dmitry Medvedev was, I call him an interim president, because Vladimir Putin was president, Dmitry came through, and Vladimir Putin came back. For him, someone who was once at the helm of Russian leadership, to call for the physical assassination, that's essentially saying kill him, right? That's what he's saying. Physical assassination of Zelensky. It's a very dangerous position, but it's hard to trust that it wasn't manufactured from the beginning.
From them, yes. I know with this whole, the two sides are always claiming something, right? In the war, but some things are just really like I'm trying to do this thing. I'm taking out one of the most powerful person in Russia, and I'm doing that with a drone. Yeah, in the world actually.
And do it with a drone. And I mean, I think that's it would have been tacky of the Ukrainians to do that. And of course, we'll be keeping an eye on that. It certainly seems like an excuse to escalate the situation. It has been stagnant for a while. Lots of fighting going on without any definitive winner. And this is the kind of thing that could tip the scale.
Well, in our next story, in Thankfully, not so heavy. We're still in Europe. The BBC recently chatted with Princess Martha Louise of Norway, who stepped back from her royal duties to join her American fiancé in running an alternative medicine business. Now, her partner, shaman Durek Vereti, identifies as a healer and believes cancer is a choice. Now, she said in the BBC documentary that she could see things she couldn't explain from a young age, like if someone was feeling anger or sadness. Durek Verret, who's born as Derek David Verret, is an American businessman, alternative therapist, self-professed shaman, and author. He advocates several conspiracy theories and has been characterized by Norwegian media and other critics as a conman.
Well, I don't care for the characterized by Norwegian media as a con man. I don't trust Norwegian media to have a positive outlook on a black man. I just don't. I don't think they have a history of that.
Yeah, but a self-proclaimed healer?
Self-proclaimed? Well, who isn't? Your pastor's a self-proclaimed healer. Your priest is a self-proclaimed healer. Who thinks if politicians are self-proclaimed healer? They come in, they tell you that they're going to fix everything. Nothing really gets fixed some of the time. A lot of people are self-proclaimed healers. Who proclaims spiritual people to be healers, right? It goes from God, right?
Or what I don't know, like what I decide. System. Yeah, I can decide I can see things, I'm a prophet.
Exactly. Now, look, I saw similar headlines when the heir to the Rothschilds empire was dating Jay Electronica, who is a rapper, a hip-hop artist, well-respected, considered a genius by many. And the headlines that were swinging out of Britain, you know what I mean? She's with a pants-sagging guy and that kind of thing. And the undertone was always a little sketchy. Now, she's a Norwegian princess. I don't know how you feel about monarchies.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less. So it sounds like it's special to you, and that's great. But to see it, there's no like weird thing about a Norwegian princess being with a healer. To me, it's a self-proclaimed healer.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do much for me. I don't know who it's risking.
I read it and I was shocked, but weirdly enough, I thought it parallels with what Meghan and Harry. I mean, she stepped away.
Yes,
he stepped away.
Yeah.
She's also stepping away to be in the marriage and to do other work. So let's see. Hopefully, it's genuine.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've seen a couple of the guys' TikToks. Look, what made me question the article a little bit was when they said he proclaims that cancer is a choice. Now, he didn't proclaim that. What he proclaimed was that our lifestyle choices are what lead to cancer, and that is something you can control. That's what doctors proclaim. And so when I was reading that, I was like, okay, Norwegian media, okay.
Stop it now.
Stop it, cut it out. Yeah, but it's just tricky. Hopefully he's not a con man, but to be told that he is regarded as one without any evidence, any proof, is sketchy.
Yeah, definitely.
Tense. Speaking of sketchy, swinging over to Zimbabwe, divorce court papers seen by a lot of media houses and the BBC allege that the daughter of Zimbabwe's ex-president Robert Mugabe owned 25 residential properties, including a Dubai mansion worth a total of $80 million. Bona Mugabe filed for divorce from former pilot Simba Chikore in March. Mr. Chikore wants to split their assets, which also includes 21 farms. He said Ms. Mugabe has not yet commented on the claims, but will be able to do so. We're talking luxury vehicles, farming equipment, and some of the 21 farms were allegedly acquired by the Mugabe family during the contentious takeover of white-owned farms in the early 2000s. On the screen there is just some of the properties. You see the Dubai mansion at the bottom right, which has an estimated value of 30 million. There's another one valued at 80 million. A stand at these are high residential places in Zimbabwe, and we're looking at places which cost 40 million. These are all in US dollars, and all of these are to the former president's daughter, who, by record, is not a trailblazing businesswoman. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Maybe she has some businesses.
No, we would know. We would know. So this is a very interesting thing because, of course, like especially I like to harp on the fact that it was, you look at the farms which were taken in the 2000s, if the camera could please swing back to us. The farms which were taken in 2000, if the camera could swing back to us. There we go, wonderful. So we're talking about the farms which were taken in 2000, the white farms. It was alleged that these farms were being taken to be given to the black majority in Zimbabwe. That was not True. What happened was a lot of these prime farms were leased out or taken out to ZANU-PF cronies and people who were close to Robert Gabriel Mugabe. And this is evidence of that because some of those farms are listed on her personal properties. Now, Chikore also goes on to say that these properties are just properties that they got together through donations and through their work for the government, which any Zimbabwean would love to see.
Yeah.
And he says these are just a drop in the ocean. So what does this mean for the ordinary Zimbabwean? What does this mean for those people who said Mugabe was a Pan-African? What does this actually mean? It means essentially that people are profiting off the backs of Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans barely have land. She barely lives there. She's got a mansion in Dubai. Does not need any of this. And even if you were
to valued at 80? Sorry.
80. And
80
apparently
million.
the official statement from the Mugabes was that when Mugabe died, he only had $10 million. How do you only have $10 million when your daughter can inherit a house of 80 million in Dubai or whatever? So questions to be asked.
No, and the fact that you said that she owns 21 pieces
Yes,
of...
no, just part of. This is just
Yes.
a part of what she owns.
Wow. And you said it's as big as Belgium.
Essentially, the land that she owns is as big as Belgium.
Wow.
Yeah.
A whole country.
There we go.
I can get why people are angry. I can get where Zimbabweans are angry because this is just...
But also, you'll find out if you dig deep enough, this is not a Zimbabwean story. Look around where you are in Africa, particularly where corruption stems from. It's not to say it's corruption stems from Africa. I'm saying the places where there is corruption, you see there's a lot of nepotism that follows it. And hopefully there can be a kind of system overhaul that can attack these injustices and make sure that the wealth of the country trickles down to every single Zimbabwean, Namibian, and African.
She clearly does not need 21 farms.
No, she's not a farmer.
She clearly does not need 21
doesn't.
farms.
Yeah.
And it's really, really unfair.
And part of the policy, by the way, was one farm, one individual. That's a government policy that was being given out by people who own over 21 farms.
Yeah,
but let's go into the next
right?
story.
Well, still on exes, I guess. In our next story, Gwyneth Paltrow shares sex confessions about her exes, Brad Pitt and Ben Affleck. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow, who is now married to Brett Falchuk, is looking back at her past engagement to Brad Pitt and former relationship with Ben Affleck. While appearing on the May 3rd episode of Call Her Daddy, the Goop mogul played a little game of Ben or Brad, where she answered questions about her exes. That is really hard, she replied, because Brad was like the sort of major chemistry love of your life, kind of like at any time, you know? And then like Ben was like technically excellent. Whoa, I don't know how you would feel, Ashwin, if your exes called you technically excellent.
Technically excellent.
Yes.
I mean, look, as far as CVs go, that's not something someone will be mad about. But what are you talking about me?
Yes.
Like, why are you talking about me? Why are you looking for a new version of me? That's weird.
And you know what she said? She said, because she was engaged to Brad Pitt, and then she called off the engagement because she felt that at the time she was not ready for marriage. And now she's married to a Brad. I mean, his name is Brad Falchuk. And she said in that same interview, not interview, but on the episode, 20 years later, she finally met the Brad she was supposed to marry. I was just like,
girl,
why would you say that?
Look, I understand relevance is a tough thing. You know what I mean? Between Meryl Streep and Viola Davis, there's not a lot of Hollywood jobs out there. I get it. It's tough. Lupita Nyong'o is there. You know what I mean?
We're going to go there soon.
Coming. Yeah. No, I hear you and I understand, Gwyneth, but this is not how you get relevant. In my opinion, you just can't name drop.
So between Ben and Brad, I think Ben was. I don't know. I just don't.
Okay, so what's weird is these people have moved on. Isn't Ben Affleck married to J-Lo now?
Yeah, he is.
So now what's J-Lo? She's gonna make J-Lo lip sing her into oblivion. All right, so those have been our top stories on Smell the Coffee. As you can see, it's a mixed batch. We went from politics to social issues to a tad bit of gossip, just a little bit. Not enough to make you go crazy, but just enough to keep you interested. Now, for something very interesting, on Saturday is going to be the Drag Nights in Namibia. You know, Drag Night Namibia appeared on Vice World News in a very, very nice clip where they were talking about the work that they're doing. It was a story, rather. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how the Saturday show goes on the backdrop of that, as Diana Master has a chat with one of the founders, Liz Allers.
to another exciting episode of Irongo Talk.
Is die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik kan byt.
You're still watching Smell the Coffee. Now, yesterday we had the honor of interviewing Melissa Poulton, who is going to be launching a brand new winter collection at Drag Night Namibia this Saturday. Now, here to talk to us more about Drag Night is Liza Ellis. Hi, Liza. Thank you.
Hi, Diana.
Thank you for joining me. It's always a vibe working with you and just talking to you is amazing.
Same. I remember our days, as thespians.
Yes.
As theater actresses and just, doing the work.
I always say I'm very, I don't know, I don't want to say, I'm not confident when it comes to singing. And so when I had to sing in front of you, I was like, oh my goodness. But you made me feel like, I to this day, I can't even explain.
You can sing. That's the thing. You can sing. And you have this understanding of storytelling. So it's such a vibe to be in studio with you and do a bit of smelling the coffee.
Let's smell the coffee. Okay, now enough about singing.
Okay.
We're here to talk about Drag Night Namibia.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
So this Saturday, we are doing the monochrome Met theme.
Yes. Oof. That theme, Diana, it was like the intuition for us when we do themes. We've always stuck to Broadway and cabaret and, very known themes where people can dress up in a specific way. Vegas, you know what to expect. But then we were talking as the executive board and we were like, we need something that reflects the harshness of reality, the black versus the white, the crassness, and also what can happen when you put things in contrast. And smack bam, it's the same month as the Met Gala, and we were like, we are following the right principles.
Like how did that, it's crazy how it just came together.
It did. It's like what Melissa said, it's things were blocking us. This was blocking us. That theme was blocking us. And then eventually, when we decided on the monochrome Met, we felt in tune. We felt a collaboration loading. We felt this is the right decision that we made.
Right. Okay, so for this year's theme, right? I mean, we did speak about the monochrome Met.
Yes.
What are you most excited for?
I mean, our Vegas theme for our debut show at our new venue, The Loft, at the old power station. What happened was people lost their minds.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people.
We all felt like we were catapulted into the stratosphere. We felt like, wow, Namibia has entered the international realm of what it means to have professional practice, what it means to have insane performers who show up and leave every last crumb on the stage. You could feel, when a performer is almost like hyperventilating, because they're putting so much effort into their performance and they are respecting the audience so much. That's what we felt. And then the same thing happened in different measures for our second show, which was in April, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And now for our third show, it's Cycle 3, Volume 3. I know we're all incredibly excited. So yeah, the themes coming this year, everyone will top the next one.
You're excited. I'm also excited to see what else you have in store for the rest of the year. But obviously with planning comes challenges. What have been some of the challenges that you faced, especially with now Volume 3, Cycle 3?
I think all in all, our biggest challenge is financial support from the Namibian corporate and private industry, because drag is a very expensive form of art.
Yes.
You literally have to put makeup on, wigs on, dresses. It is it takes a long time to get into drag to do it properly.
Yes.
And these performers, they're all award-winning actors. They are political science students. They are award-winning directors. And what they're trying to do is showcase I feel home when I'm in drag.
Yes.
But unfortunately, my day job or my non-job, because of the intersectionality of being a queer person, you can't access work as easy as a cisgender straight person.
Yes. Yes.
You don't have the same
privileges.
Privilege, that word.
Yes.
You don't have the access or the privilege. So how am I going to put this drag look together? And it's stuff like transport. It's stuff like getting the right lights. So this is a big plea, and I don't know if NMH or NTV is going to be like, what is this lady doing calling for sponsors on air? But that's exactly what we're doing, because we have proven our consistency. We've proven what our mandate is, which is literally creating a safe space of inclusivity and work.
Yes.
We want to create work. And in order for us to continue being so consistent, we need support financially.
Definitely.
And we have so many queens who, they live for this. They call us and we're like, Lisa, Rodelio, as the two, executive directors of Drag Night, thank you for this. And we have cry parties, we have laugh parties,
everything.
We have parties at Melissa's when we did the shoot, because I think Melissa Polton collaborating with us for the Monochromate, it was another affirmation of how allies can elevate the entire scene, because allies have access to things that the queer community does not have access to. So we just want to applaud Melissa for coming on board and collaborating with us. And I'm so happy I sent her that message. I'm like, Queen, I need a look.
Please.
I need this. I need to
have a look for you. Specifically for you for Saturday.
Created specifically for Lisa Allers, aka DJ Rise Elders.
Now I'm nervous to show up on Saturday, because for the Vegas theme, I came.
You snatched. You've been snatching.
So now for Saturdays, look, I'm stressed.
I think release all stress and rely on your creativity as an all-round creative. And think outside of the box and think sustainable as well, because that's something, again, people are thinking, Met Gala, people went all out Chanel, it's also expensive, like Riri said.
Yes.
Riri, we don't have your Fenty billions, baby. So I have encouraged people, like, if you see that big Zimbabwe bag, baby girl, cut the thing and make the thing.
I mean, Balenciaga is selling that bag for how many
Climb into that bag and show us your legs.
Definitely.
Think outside of the box. We're not really interested to see how expensive your look is. We're interested to see how you can tell your story of who you are as a Namibian artist who's supporting a queer platform in today's conventional conservative society, being yourself and having the guts to say, I'm authentic and truthful to myself, and I want to support the underdog.
Yes.
Because that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. And don't fear coming there, because, I mean, Drag Night Namibia does have a lot of sponsors, including Lefa, if I'm not mistaken.
We do have Lefa, but we want to up the sponsors, because the queens, they are at risk when they are in drag, coming from the show, being attacked.
I would think so.
This has happened, and we are encouraging and just, applauding Lefa to step up and to take our hands, because we are so grateful for everything they've done for us. We're incredibly grateful that they have they give a 30% discount to all the clients who support us, so that you can leave your car at home. We encourage having a little Jägermeister there and saying, I had a fun time, but I had an incredibly responsible, safe time.
Yeah, definitely.
So as much as it's an over 18 show, because it's obviously not for kids, not because of the drag queens.
No. It's late. There's alcohol.
It's late. It's a club scene. It's not and we will be having more family-orientated shows at different venues. But for this club experience, it's obviously not for people under the age of 18. Every first Saturday.
Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So this Saturday, catch Drag Night Namibia at the Loft. Tickets are $120 right now, pre-sale web tickets.
And you can walk into Pick and Pay. Please just say, Meme, Tate, whoever, gorgeous person at the till. I need a ticket to Drag Night Namibia. We've had situations where people didn't know what event they were looking for.
No.
So Drag Night Namibia, and then it's every first Saturday. But please show up at 19:30 so that we can do a little red carpet meet and greet with the queens.
Nice.
Because the show starts at 8:30.
And you know my outfit is going to be slaying, so I have to be there on the red carpet.
Please.
Have my Met Gala moment.
Have your photo taken. Make
it.
that memory and share it with us. Tag it with us, you know. Tag us on Drag Night Nam on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, because we're really trying to grow the community. We are truly trying to showcase. I mean, we were just interviewed by Views, World Media, and to have 300,000 people in the world know that Drag Night exists and the work that we do, that's been our triumph for this month. And we just want the triumphs to keep coming.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Liza, for joining me today and for telling me everything I need to know about coming to Slay on Saturday. I will see you there. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Stick around. More Smell the Coffee coming up after the break.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
All right, that was a wonderful show, wasn't it?
I enjoyed it. Thank you for accompanying me today.
Always good to co-pilot with you. To everybody else commemorating Kasinga Day, our hearts are with you. And for those commemorating May the 4th for Star Wars, make sure you enjoy rewatching those wonderful films from Glenora Shupura and Ashwin Berry. Don't just smell the coffee, drink it.